Peter Obi, once hailed as the beacon of change in Nigerian politics, now faces a crisis of his own making. In 2023, he rode a wave of hope and enthusiasm, capturing the imagination of millions of Nigerians who longed for a new direction. Yet today, 2 years later, that energy is at risk of dissipating. Obi has yet to fully consolidate his political base. He is still not fully committed to the African Democratic Congress, nor has he invested the time and effort to stabilize the Labour Party, the movement that propelled him into national prominence. This uncertainty is more than a minor political hiccup. It is a dangerous vulnerability in a country where political momentum is fragile and opponents are strategic. Indecision has a price. For Peter Obi, that price could be the 2027 presidency. Today we examine why the political inaction and indecision of Peter Obi may cost him dearly in 2027, and why the man who inspired a generation could see his dream slip through his fingers before the race even began, and why Obi has not taken any effort in fixing the crisis within the Labour Party.
To the best of, not just me, to the best of our knowledge, our brother, His Excellency Peter Obi, is still a member of the Labour Party. I am not sure anything has changed. In fact, if he were to be here now, I will shift my seat one to the left. Labour Party has not reduced in numbers in any way. Labour Party has only increased in numbers. From the submission of our leader, the National Secretary, we have gone through the rough times, as is usual with political associations, and we're emerging out of it under their able leadership.
A movement without a party is like a ship without a rudder. In 2023, Peter Obi galvanized millions under the Labour Party banner, a political force that seemed poised to challenge Nigerians' established order. Yet today, the party that should serve as the foundation for his ambition is fragile, fractured, and directionless. The Labour Party, once a symbol of hope, now faces serious internal challenges. Leadership disputes persist across state chapters, leaving key positions unfilled or occupied by individuals more focused on personal interests than national strategy. Infrastructure is weak, local offices are under-resourced, grassroots mobilization is inconsistent, and communication channels are fractured. Moreover, the lack of a coherent 2027 strategy is glaring. While APC and PDP are busy consolidating state networks, recruiting loyalists, and preparing for the electoral battle ahead, Labour Party remains reactive rather than proactive. Campaign machinery that could have built over the past 2 years is still in its infancy, leaving supporters frustrated and uncertain. Peter Obi, despite his influence and popularity, has not intervened decisively to correct this drift. Meetings are spared, guidance is limited, and public communication about Labour Party's direction is almost next to existent as far as Peter Obi's public image is concerned. This vacuum of leadership from Obi has allowed fragmentation to grow, and with it, the risk that the momentum of 2023 could collapse into disarray. For a man whose political strength was derived from the people, letting this Labour Party flounder is a critical misstep in politics. Without a steady political home, Obi's movement risks being nothing more than a fleeting movement in Nigerian's political history. While Labour Party struggles, Peter Obi has been seen engaging with the African Democratic Congress (ADC. But this flirtation is far from a decisive step. He is neither fully committed to the ADC nor fully focused on Labour Party. In politics, indecision is deadly, and Obi's limbo has created confusion among supporters and allies alike. The ADC, though a smaller party compared to the Labour Party with the drama of 2023, but with the emergence of the coalition group into the ADC, the platform offers an alternative. Public appearance, Meetings with the ADC officials and occasional media engagement signals interest from the Obi's angle, yet there is no formal commitment. Obi's interaction with ADC have been inconsistent, often raising more questions than answers. Supporters are left uncertain. Should they invest their time, energy and resources in Labour Party, or is Obi preparing a strategic shift to the ADC? A move that I think is no longer possible. If he joins, the ADC will not give him the presidential ticket, since Atiku is now fully committed. Mixed messages weaken cohesion and morale. Grassroots mobilizers who were instrumental in 2023 for Obi now face a dilemma. Without clear direction, their efforts risk being misaligned or wasted. This political limbo also has electoral consequences. Nigerian voters are highly attentive to party allegiance. Mixed signals from high-profile candidates can breed distrust, skepticism, and even apathy. Allies in other states may hesitate to publicly endorse Obi, fearing the repercussion of backing a candidate whose party strategy is unclear. The ADC dilemma is more than a symbolic problem. It is a structural one. Until Obi decides where he stands, uncertainty will continue to erode the foundation of the movement he once led so effectively. Time is the most unforgiving enemy in politics. Every month Obi spends in indecision allows other parties to strengthen their structures. APC and PDP seems to be consolidating power across states, recruiting loyalists, and fixing their party, and as well building grassroots support networks. Meanwhile, Labour Party drifts, its machinery weak, and its future uncertain. The risks of inaction are multiple and compounding. Lots of grassroots support. Many volunteers and local organizers who worked tirelessly in 2023 are becoming frustrated. Without a clear plan, the main defect to other parties or disengaged completely. Once lost, these connections are difficult to recover. Next is the issue of youth disillusionment. Obi's campaign in 2023 relied heavily on the energy of young Nigerians. However, the youth are impatient. A lack of clarity about the party's future risks alienating a generation whose enthusiasm is crucial for electoral success. The next one is state-level defections. Across Nigeria, state chapters of Labour Party are vulnerable. Ambitious politicians are beginning to leave for the APC, and some, the PDP, and other emerging parties are beginning to take members of the Labour Party. Again, weak fundraising and campaign machinery. Without decisive leadership, financial support dwindles. Donors are hesitant to invest in an uncertain structure, meaning future campaigns may struggle to compete against the well-funded machinery of established parties. The cost of inaction is not theoretical. It is immediate and tangible. Every month Obi delays, the path to 2027 becomes more narrow and riskier for him. In politics, uncertainty is a weapon, but only in the hands of a strategist. For Obi, indecision signals weakness rather than cunning. Supporters and allies are left in limbo, unsure whether the movement has a future. In a competitive environment, perception matters more as policy. Mixed messages about party allegiance have consequences. Key political stakeholders, traditional leaders, state governors, which happens to be one in Abia State, and influential party operatives are watching closely in Nigeria. Take Alex Oti for example. The APC in Abia State are rallying around him to pull him out of the Labour Party to join the APC. We have a video already existing in this channel that you can also check out to find out the drama playing within Alex Oti of the Labour Party and the APC in Abia State. In Nigeria, alliances often hinge on trust and clarity. Ambiguity can push potential partners to hinge their bets or abandon support altogether. Moreover, the media and political commentators have noticed Analysts repeatedly questioned Obi's strategy, raising concerns about his long-term commitment to the Labour Party. This scrutiny amplifies uncertainty in the public eye, making him appear indecisive or unprepared for the highest office. When movement loses clarity, momentum dies. For Obi, the uncertainty factor is no longer a minor inconsequence. It is a growing obstacle that threatens to undermine the very base that carried him to prominence in 2023. Nigeria's political landscape is unforgiving. The 2027 presidential race is already taking shape, and the competition is intense. APC, PDP, the coalition party ADC are actively consolidating their networks, aligning key stakeholders, and securing financial and political resources. Against this backdrop, a fragmented Labour Party, an undecided P2B could be at a severe disadvantage. The consequences of continued indecision are stark. Lost momentum. The wave of enthusiasm that propelled Obi in 2023 risks fluctuating into irrelevance. Political movements need continuous cultivation to dominate the narrative. Neglect creates space for competitors to dominate the narrative. Weakened alliances. Without a unified party, potential partners are reluctant to commit. A divided Labour Party cannot credibly negotiate alliance, endorsement, or coalitions. The voters' uncertainty becomes another worry. Nigerian voters may question Obi's seriousness and commitment. Even staunch supporters could hesitate, unsure whether the party is capable of delivering a credible alternative to the APC. Is Obi in the Labour Party? Is Obi in the ADC? Becomes their big question. To mitigate this risk, decisive action is needed. Decide on party alignment. Definitively, Obi must either fully commit to Labour Party or clearly formalize a shift to another party, removing ambiguity for supporters. He should also get involved in fixing the crisis in the Labour Party, one that he seems not to be fully committed to. Filling leadership gaps and enforcing organizational discipline is crucial, and he presents a unified front. Rebuilding grassroots structure, mobilizing volunteers, connecting with youth movements, and strengthening state chapters must become a priority. Communicate clearly. Obi's supporters need transparency on strategy, party direction, and long-term vision to maintain trust and engagement. Failure to act decisively risks turning a promised political future into a cautionary tale about the cost of indecision. The very uncertainty that now defines Obi could become the barrier that prevents him from achieving the presidency. P2B's journey has inspired millions of Nigerians, offering a glimpse of a politics driven by integrity, competence, and hope. But the inspiration alone does not win elections. Political indecision has consequences, and the clock to 2027 is ticking relentlessly. For Obi, the choice is clear. Act decisively to unify his base, stabilize the Labour Party, and communicate a coherent strategy, or risk letting uncertainty define his legacy. The Nigerian electorates are watching, and time waits for no one in Nigerian politics. And as well in politics, indecision is not a neutral act. It is an action in itself, and in 2027, it could be the difference between victory and defeat for P2B.